Daniel stared at the message. His stomach felt tight, like he had swallowed a stone. He liked Jessica. She was his best friend. But tonight, Daniel was exhausted. He had worked for 50 hours this week. All he wanted to do was put on his pajamas, order a pizza, and sleep for 12 hours. But Jessica wanted to go to a karaoke club. A loud, crowded, noisy karaoke club. Daniel's thumbs hovered over the screen. He started to type, "sure, sure." He stopped. He deleted it. He didn't want to go. But he was terrified. If he said no, would she be angry? Would she stop inviting him? Would he lose his friend just because he was tired? He took a deep breath. He had to make a choice. Lie and be miserable. Or tell the truth and risk the friendship. But before we find out what Daniel types. Hello, friends. Welcome back. I am your teacher, and today we are going to explore a very difficult social skill. In this episode, you will learn English by listening to the story of Daniel, a people pleaser, who learns to set boundaries. We are going to answer the question, how do you refuse an invitation without being rude? To help you understand the story, we are going to focus on 3 specific power words that you will hear today: obligation, decline, and rain check. Are you ready to find your voice? Let's begin the story. Daniel was a nice guy. In fact, he was too nice. He was the kind of person who always held the door open for others. He was the kind of person who always stayed late at work to help his boss. He had a reputation for being helpful. But being helpful had a cost. Daniel was burnt out. Let me explain that phrase. To be burnt out means to be completely exhausted, because you have worked too hard for too long. It is like a candle that has no more wax. Daniel had no more energy left to give. It was Friday afternoon. Daniel was packing his bag. He was dreaming about his sofa. He was dreaming about silence. Then, his phone buzzed. It was the text from Jessica. Hey. Big party at the karaoke bar tonight. Everyone is going. You have to come. Daniel felt a heavy weight on his shoulders. He felt an obligation to go. An obligation is a duty. It is a feeling that you must do something, even if you don't want to. Daniel felt that because Jessica was his friend, it was his duty to make her happy. He sat on the train home, looking at the message. He started to create excuses in his head. Maybe I can say my cat is sick. No, he didn't have a cat. Maybe I can say I have to work. No, Jessica knew he finished at 5 p.m. He remembered the last time he went out when he was tired. He had sat in the corner of the bar, checking his watch every 5 minutes. He had been grumpy. He had been boring. And honestly, he had resented Jessica for dragging him out. Daniel walked into his apartment. He dropped his bag on the floor. He looked at his reflection in the mirror. He looked like a zombie. He had dark circles under his eyes. He realized something important. If he went to the party tonight, he wouldn't be a good friend. He would be a tired, angry ghost. He decided that he needed to decline the invitation. But how? He picked up his phone. He typed, "No." He looked at it. It looked too harsh. It looked angry. He typed, "I can't go." It looked too cold. He felt stuck. He wanted to be polite, but he didn't want to lie. He remembered an article he read about the sandwich method. The sandwich method is a way to give bad news. Top slice of bread, a positive statement. The meat, the no. Bottom slice of bread, a positive closing. Daniel tried to build his sandwich. Top slice. Thanks so much for the invite. It sounds like fun. The meat. But I've had a crazy week and I'm totally drained, so I'm going to stay in tonight. Bottom slice. Have a drink for me. It looked better. But he still felt scared to press send. What if Jessica replied, "You are boring"? What if she removed him from the group chat? He stared at the send button. His finger hovered over the glass. Daniel is terrified of sending a simple text message. While he hesitates, let's look at the power words that are controlling this situation. Word number 1, obligation. This is a moral or legal duty. When you feel you must do something because of social pressure, you feel a sense of obligation. Example: I didn't want to go to the wedding, but I went out of obligation because she is my cousin. Word number 2, decline. This is a formal and polite way to say no to an invitation or offer. It is much softer than saying refuse. Example: I am afraid I must decline your invitation for dinner as I am busy that night. Word number 3, rain check. This is a very useful American idiom. It means, I cannot do it now, but I would like to do it at a later time. It tells the person that you still like them, you just can't make it today. Example: I can't go to the movies tonight, but can I take a rain check? Maybe next Tuesday. Okay. Daniel hasn't used the rain check yet. Let's see if he can find the courage to send the message. Daniel looked at his message again. It was honest. It was polite. Thanks so much for the invite. I'm totally drained, so I'm going to skip it tonight. Have a great time. He closed his eyes and pressed send. Whoosh! He threw the phone onto the sofa. He didn't want to look at it. He went to the kitchen and poured a glass of water. He waited for the angry response. He waited for the phone to ring with Jessica screaming at him. Daniel jumped. He walked slowly to the phone. He picked it up. The message from Jessica said, "Oh, poor you. No worries at all. Get some rest. We can grab coffee next week instead." Daniel blinked. He read it again. No worries. She wasn't angry. She wasn't hating him. She was understanding. Daniel realized that he had created a monster in his head. He thought his friends only liked him if he said yes. But actually, his friends liked him, the human being. And human beings get tired. He typed back quickly, "Thanks, Jess. Coffee sounds great. I'll take a rain check on the karaoke." There it is. He used the power word. By asking for a rain check, he confirmed that he still wanted to see her, just not tonight. Daniel put on his pajamas. He ordered his favorite pepperoni pizza. He sat on his sofa and turned on the TV. The house was quiet. The pizza was hot. He felt a deep sense of peace. He realized that by saying no to the party, he was actually saying yes to himself. He was saying yes to his mental health. The next week, he met Jessica for coffee. They had a great time. She told him about the party. Someone sang a terrible version of Titanic and they laughed. Their friendship was exactly the same. Actually, it was better, because Daniel had more energy to listen. Daniel learned a valuable lesson. True friends respect your boundaries. If you have to lie to keep a friend, they are not a real friend. Being honest about your energy is the most polite thing you can do. The moral of the story is this: you cannot pour from an empty cup. Take care of yourself first. Now, I have a question for you. What is the hardest invitation to refuse? Is it a wedding? A birthday? Or helping a friend move house? Tell me in the comments below. I want to know when you struggle to say no. If you want to feel more confident in your social English, please click subscribe and listen to this episode next. We are going to talk about how to give a compliment without sounding strange. Thank you for listening. Don't be afraid to decline, take a rain check if you need it, and I'll see you in the next story.